Now let's take it back to when the dinos used to live. You were a kid, you boot up your PlayStation 1, and like every responsible child of the PS1 era, you're not even playing full games, nope. You playing demos, because back then demos were basically the free samples at Costco of gaming. You weren't leaving until you tried everything, racing games, shooters, weird Japanese RPGs you couldn't even pronounce. If it was on that demo disc, you was playing it. And one day, I stumbled upon this demo for a game called The Legend of Dragoon. Now at first I'm thinking, alright cool, looks like a typical PS1 fantasy RPG, swords, armor, dragons, dramatic music, basically the type of game where every character looks like they've been through at least 3 traumatic backstories already. But then I start fighting enemies and the combat starts doing something different. See, normally in turn-based games you press attack and your character swings like you just woke up from a nap, but in Legend of Dragoon you press attack and suddenly a second prompt pops up. Hit it at the right time, extra damage. Miss it, your character swings like he forgot what he was doing halfway through the animation. So now instead of chilling through a normal RPG battle, my 10-year-old retarded brain is sweating like I'm playing Guitar Hero inside of a sword fight. And the demo drops you into this cave where you eventually fight this giant serpent boss at the end. Now here's the tragic part. The demo ends after that fight, and when I tell you I replayed that demo an unhealthy amount of times, I mean it. After school, weekends, probably instead of doing homework, I was consistent with it. I beat that serpent so many times that at some point we had history. If that snake had therapy sessions, my name would definitely come up. Doctor is the kid with a sword again. But like a lot of childhood games, time passes. New consoles came out, new games dropped, and eventually I completely forgot about The Legend of Dragoon. Fast forward about 10 years later, I'm having a convo with a friend about games that barely anyone remembers. You know those games where when you mention them, people look at you like you just made it up? So I randomly go, hey yo, do you remember Legend of Dragoon? And my friend immediately starts laughing, not a little chuckle either. Motherfucker was looking like Doflamingo. This man is laughing like I just unlocked a core childhood memory, and he goes, bro, I beat the game twice. And that's when it hit me. That demo I played as a kid, that wasn't a game. That was basically the opening episode of a 60-hour anime arc. So my friend opens his laptop, installs an emulator, hands me a controller and goes, alright, you finally playing the real thing completely. And the moment I started playing the full game, it felt like opening a door that had been locked for a decade, literally. The story gets bigger, the characters get deeper. You unlock these insane dragoon transformations where your characters basically turn into an armored dragon warrior. The music goes crazy, and the combat system just keeps evolving. What started as a demo cave fight with one unlucky serpent suddenly turns into this massive adventure with world-ending stakes. And by the time the credits rolled, I was sitting there thinking, how did this game now become one of the biggest RPGs ever made? How hasn't it been like remastered 4 or 5 times yet? Because honestly, The Legend of Dragoon is easily one of the most underrated RPGs of all time. And the craziest part, my entire experience with it started with a random demo disc and one very unfortunate cave serpent that will never forget who the fuck I am.